the Ring Fanatics podcast, episode number 144. I am Nick, your host. With me, as always, is my co host, Joel.
Yo,
As always, as we start every episode, go subscribe to us on YouTube and all other social medias that we're on Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, anywhere else, including the audio streaming platforms where you listen to the audio versions of this podcast. So, 2020 the year, 2023, pretty
yep,
much over.
pretty much.
A lot of shit has happened this year. Well, technically not over yet. We still got World's End that's taking place next Saturday. So
Very true.
technically not over yet. We don't know what's happening then. But so what has happened so far as of December 21st, 2023?
A lot of shit has happened.
A lot, yeah.
A lot
There's
of shit has happened.
a lot of
Um,
newsworthy stuff.
a lot of newsworthy stuff, a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, a lot of just up and down, and it was an exciting year. It was an exciting year.
It was.
A
It
lot of
started
new
off with
shows that
yeah,
happened and stuff like that. Overseas stuff happening with WWE and AEW. There's a lot of shit happened,
a
man.
lot of shit. You start off with Cody winning the Rumble, the WrestleMania
Oh my
stuff,
god,
All In.
that kicked it off to such a sour start
Yeah,
because just the way they did it. Like we all knew it was gonna happen.
yeah.
Like we said back in January. It was just the way
Mhm.
they did it. That was like you could have done so
Yeah,
much better than that. You just gonna put him in 30? What we do?
exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's like
Uh,
you didn't have to announce it ahead of time. You could have just made it a surprise at
exactly.
least.
But
Yeah,
that first 4 months was straight bloodline. Like
yeah.
that was peak bloodline right there.
Everything from Sammy turning to the whole Canada show that happened, and
Yeah.
even when they won the tag titles, that was like a huge moment for
Yep.
for them.
Yeah. And
Um,
main evented night one.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And then Roman won night two. Like
Straight up
shout out
pissed
shout
off a
out
lot of
Roman,
Cody
man.
fans the next
Oh,
day.
so many.
So many. Social media that day was
The
like,
ones up. Oh,
yeah,
it was bad. People were
yeah,
pissed. And then there was the other side that people were like,
he
yeah, that
deserved
was
that win.
awesome. I
Yeah,
just thought, does he deserve the title someday down the line? Yes. But at
yes, yeah.
that moment, it wasn't his time yet. It wasn't. And it
It
was
didn't make sense.
now that we look at it, it was probably the best thing that could have happened to Cody. Like I know a lot of people are still like that was the wrong booking, but at least now we got Cody with no title and we got a full year of action.
Yeah,
He's built up relationships with people, feuds with people. So now when he does become champion, he has people to go against. That was always
yeah,
the thing that I said. I was like, if they just put the title on him, it makes no sense because he has nobody to go and feud with. They would just have to make shit up as they go. They would just have to pull shit out of their ass and just be like, yeah, like they're just gonna feud to feud. You know what I mean? And
exactly. Yeah,
WWE is not like that. That's more
yeah.
of a AEW type style. That there's one like AEW has that one big story and then all the little
The little
I'm
ones
gonna
after.
fight you
Yeah,
because of this and that's it. Like that's the reason we're in this feud. WWE likes to have it draw you in and like go on.
they
Sometimes
took their
go on
time.
too
Yeah,
long. Yeah, but
exactly. Yeah,
their that's the whole point of the sports entertainment, the
exactly. Yeah,
wrestling,
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole argument with that. Um,
It draws
but
you in. I
yeah,
get that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but it was probably the best thing that could have happened to Cody because I think if he would have won it, it would have been cool till July, and then
Probably.
people
Yeah,
would have gotten
and
tired of it, and then it
uh,
would have just been like Cody's just running through people just to. Because what happens, right? Like think about it. If Cody would have won the Rumble, right? Think about that moment in what August, like around
yeah,
July, August, that LA night was popping.
popping. Yeah,
Nobody's mad that Roman beat him. If he would have went up against Cody and Cody would have beat him, how you think the reaction would have been?
much
Do you think it
different
would
than
have
how
been
Roman.
different? Yeah, it would have been way
Yeah, yeah.
different. In my opinion, I think it would have been. So
I mean,
maybe
maybe who knows? Maybe LA Knight would have beaten Cody at that time.
that's what
You
I
know what I mean? Yeah.
exactly. It's
Who
a whole
knows?
different story, but That was probably the best thing they could have did for him, and it helped with building this monster of Roman Reigns, and still like who's gonna take the belt off of him.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, this. Then after that, right? So the two biggest storylines of the year have been the Bloodline and Judgment Day on WWE, and then AEW has just been the Adam Cole MJF show.
yeah, that's
Um,
been the best story this year so far,
yeah,
and still going. It's
which
crazy.
makes sense because they have the big like they are they are like a New Japan style. They have one big story and then little ones on the side.
Yeah,
That's like they go from week to week. You know what I mean?
there's one main attraction that's gonna draw everyone in, and
Exactly.
yeah,
And I think that's what a lot of people don't like about it, and then a lot of people like it because of that. That's why it's called
yeah,
alternative. Um,
exactly, yeah, yeah,
but yeah, I think, and they've just had that, and now the devil shit
yeah,
after
yeah,
all out. So it's like those are big ass storylines this year,
yeah,
and they were very good storylines. And I know a lot of people. You could you have people that are saying the devil stuff is way too like it's been too long, but then you also have people who are tired of Roman Reigns are like, yo, just get the title off of him already.
yeah.
So you can't please everybody, but it was an exciting year for
It was.
storylines.
Question now: what were your? I texted you this earlier. What were your top three
Yeah.
favorite matches in WWE, and then top three matches of AEW or any other match outside of WWE?
Okay. Are we gonna go like 1-1, or
Or just
you want to do it
say
like
all
that?
yours first.
Okay.
Actually,
I'll.
no, no, no. Just say yours first, and then I'll say
Okay.
mine.
So I
'Cause I know.
have the Gunther Mania match is up there in
Mhm.
top three of WWE. That one's up there. Um, damn, this is tough. This is tough. Um, Finn and Rollins at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
Hell of a match. Wrong person won, but hell of a match. It had you on the edge of your seat.
yeah,
Damn, and I would have to put number three. Feel like it's. I feel like there's always the basic ones that you could just go with. You know
yeah,
what? I'm gonna go with basic one. I'm gonna go with Priest. Go with Priest and yeah, should I give it to them? Yeah, I'll give it to Priest and Bad Bunny.
yeah.
I'll give it to
That
them.
was a good match. That
I
was a good
wanted to
match.
have Dom on that list because he's been working his ass off,
What
but
Dom match?
that I would have just said him and Ray at Mania.
Okay,
But again, that
okay.
was another one that I felt the wrong person won.
Yeah, Dom should have won that one. That
Yeah,
should have been his
like,
match. Yeah,
but it was an entertaining match. But I think the Priest and like why I gotta give it to Priest and Bad Bunny is like I said last week, like Priest made him look
yeah,
amazing.
he did.
Like, and that was the night that like Bad Bunny was made, but also Damian Priest was made.
Yeah,
And
that.
that was the
Yeah,
night
I
people
agree with
saw
that.
and was like, "Oh shit! Like this is what he could do. Like this is awesome." And that's why I think I got to put it up there. What are your top three?
I agree with you. My top three. I agree with you on the triple threat one at Mania because that was
That
pure
was
wrestling,
ridiculous.
ridiculously good. Something that kind of exceeded my expectations a little bit. I was like, I wasn't expecting it to be that good prior to it, and I was like, oh shit, this is pretty good. Like I said, it was just I found it pure wrestling. Another match that I found came from that. I think it was the same night, or maybe the night after. It was Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown title. I feel like that was a great match. Top women's match of the year, in my opinion. Definitely top three women's matches between AEW and WWE. So I gotta give that match up there, top three for me. And I guess I've got to go with because I was deciding either the Bad Bunny and Priest match or the Gunther and Chad Gable match on Raw they had. I was like, I didn't know which match was better, but I guess I got to go with the Raw match between Gable and Gunther, which is my third one.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. I can't even take that one away from you. That's that was ridiculous. That match, and to put
It
that on
was.
free TV was crazy.
I know exactly. That's even better. That's why I put it out there because
Yeah,
like you saw that for free.
It's like you saw
Um, but then
It also showed like Gable was legit. Like we knew he's been legit, but like I think it proved to the people in the back, like yo,
this guy could
you could
hang.
do something with him. Yeah, like you could do
Yeah,
something that's more than just tag team. Like he was actually a
exactly.
threat. We thought he was gonna take the title off of him.
There was a lot of chances. He had a second chance on that, and I was like, shit, it almost happened. And
Exactly.
he still could be. And I know he had his two matches already, but it's like he's still a contender to beat Gunther.
Oh yeah, he could
You know what I
still.
mean?
It could still happen.
Yeah.
Well,
And like,
so do you think he's the one that takes it off Gunther?
he could be. I don't know. I don't at this point. It's like it's up in the air with anybody on the Raw roster. To be
Yeah.
honest, um, do I want him to? Yeah, of course. I mean, I feel
Yeah, I
like he
think that would be
deserves it.
cool. That's a good nod to him too. It'd be like, whoa, you think
Exactly.
Gunther after
I
that
just
run?
I just think that they're waiting for a bigger stage to have Gable dethrone Gunther.
Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe they're just you know going to get to somebody else.
Yeah.
But
It would be cool
I,
for Gunther though. I mean, for Gable.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It depends because at this point, I'm loving Gunther's title reign.
Oh, it's
It's
amazing.
just at this point, it's like I'm not saying it's in like the shit on Gunther. It's just he could lose it tomorrow and be like, cool. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's already broke the record. There's
Yeah,
nothing left for him to prove.
and also he doesn't need the belt anymore. He doesn't like
Yeah,
it does
he,
nothing.
he could move
It's
on to the
cool to
world title.
say, yeah, it's still cool to say that he's like he's the longest reigning IC champion. Like I think I've said it before. I think it would be dope if he wins the double champ. Um, but he really doesn't need the IC title anymore.
No, and
Yeah,
it's cool that still has it. He's taking a 2 week break now, so it's like cool. It's just 2 extra weeks to hold on to it. But yeah, but he's had an amazing run this
yeah.
year. You know, like his first
The
half of
matches that he's had,
yes, every single
incredible.
person he's put up against, he was always a match. Like two of my three were Gunther matches, and it
Yeah,
was like shit. Fuck.
he's up there,
Uh,
man.
yeah, he's in the most improved category
Oh, definitely,
for 2023.
definitely. Because he could have been MVP if I don't know how he could have been MVP to be honest, but he
Who
was
would you?
most improved
I know we talked about it last episode
last
with
week.
the
Yeah,
tabloid. Um, but who would you say is most improved for WWE this year?
most improved would
Yeah,
have to be I would have to like character
character wise.
development.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah,
his whole character last year at this time
yeah.
was what was even he was just didn't
That
like his
he already
dad.
turned last
Yeah,
year.
he
It
just
was
didn't fuck with his pops. That was it. Because it
yeah,
went from I'm Rey Mysterio's dad to I don't like my father. And then this whole year just like a whole shift happened when he joined Judgment Day.
yeah. It's once he got away from that story. It was after Mania where it was just focused on him. He went down to
Yeah.
NXT, won the title there,
Yep.
and he had a great run with it. You know, he's proven Dominic has proven that he has a character and he could do something other than like you said, being Ray's son. So
Exactly.
I think he was just getting used to WWE his first time. I think that's why they kept him with Ray for that long. Then once they realized that he can probably do more, they're like, you know what, this is the right time to pull the
Let's
trigger.
give it yeah.
Yeah, let's give it a
Thank
go.
goodness because
Yeah,
if that was gonna be his character his whole career, that would have been terrible.
yeah, I would have. Jesus Christ, I would not have liked it. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of shit. Like, what was your top three matches for outside of WWE
Like AEW strictly?
or
Or
any other company, like in New Japan, Impact that you
damn.
watched, that
Damn.
you've watched.
Okay. Alright, so
Your favorite match that you
okay.
enjoyed, not
Top
like
three matches outside of WWE. We're
that you
gonna go
enjoyed,
yeah.
like not yeah.
I'm gonna give one for each company. For
Okay.
New Japan, the Osprey Omega
Hmm.
at Wrestle Kingdom.
Okay.
Right? That was incredible. Incredible. The second was probably better, maybe more exciting. I wouldn't say better. It was more moments that made you pop.
Yeah. It was a
Um,
longer match too, I think.
yeah. So New Japan, I would give it to Omega and Osprey. AEW, it would have to be a tie between MJF and Bryan, the Iron
Okay.
Man, or and Swerve and Hangman.
Okay.
That just happened
Yeah.
because wow, both of those matches. That Iron Man match has made its top two Iron Man matches for me. Number one will always be Brock and Angle from SmackDown
Yeah.
oh
Okay.
03, I think, oh 04. But it that shit's number two. That was an incredible Iron Man match.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and then Swerve and Hangman is come on, like, did you see that match? It was
Yeah.
just that was just incredible on a different level, like on a whole nother like a whole nother level, because it was just like I love hardcore wrestling. I don't love deathmatch wrestling though. Like I could watch deathmatch
Yeah.
wrestling, but then there's like a lot happening. It's like, yo, there's
There's
too
a
many
point
light
where it
tubes
draws the
happening.
line.
Yeah, it's like there's a
Yeah.
lot of light tubes just breaking.
Yeah.
And they just like it's cool when you do it here and there. Like I like how a lot of the indie companies do it here and there. Like there's some that do the
Yeah.
whole show like that, and I'm like, that's a little much. But again, it's not for me. That's for somebody else who's a fan. You know what I mean? Alternatives. Um,
Yeah.
and then for TNA, well, it's
Impact.
fucking TNA.
It's TNA now.
For
Yeah. Yeah.
TNA, I've always said TNA, and then I have to correct myself and say Impact. It's
Now, don't you don't have
TNA
to correct
now,
yourself anymore.
baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
Impact. I would have Osprey and Bailey has to be
Okay.
like,
Okay.
and that tells you a lot that Osprey is in my top
Yeah.
twice, almost three times. But I didn't want to put I didn't want
It's
to put two Kenny and Osprey
awesome. Yeah.
matches. What are
Yeah. I
yours?
get that. Um, I'm gonna go with all three AEW ones because I just
Okay.
started watching a lot of non AEW stuff too.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the second Kenny and Osprey match that happened. At I believe that happened at Forbidden Door.
Yes, sir.
Um, that was just again I didn't see the first one, but that pretty much told me their chemistry together. That was
Yeah.
my first match between them two.
Oh,
Like
okay.
in
Okay.
my eyes,
Okay.
the first one.
Yeah.
So that told me everything I need to know about how great of chemistry and wrestlers they are. And that to me, like, yeah, I've always known Osprey was a great wrestler. Not saying that he wasn't before then. It was just to me that was like the stamp on the map, like, oh, he's legit. You
Yeah.
know, he's proven to me specifically that he's a great wrestler and he can
Yeah.
hang for a while. So that's for me one match. I'm gonna also agree with you on the Hangman and Swerve match that happened at Full Gear. That was just fucking I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to describe. I don't have a word for it. It was just awesome.
You
I
can't
guess.
describe it. It was
Yeah.
just an awesome ass match.
Yeah.
It was just like, and I remember watching it. I was just like, whoa, like they're
Just
just they keep
yeah.
going. Like this is
Exactly.
crazy.
You thought the Staples was crazy. They took it one step further, then one step further than that, and it was like, oh
Yeah,
my god.
start stapling himself. I was like, all right, now you
Exactly.
gotta chill.
He started choking him with the chain, and I'm like, oh
Yo,
god. And then it
that
was
match,
insane.
man. Yeah,
It was a whole bunch of mayhem happening in that one match. It was
exactly.
pretty insane. Um, the third match, I was deciding between the Iron Man match.
Okay.
Not saying that I hated it. There was a lot of like great back and forth, you know, things that were happening between Danielson and MJF. Like I think we discussed it before when we did the predictions for that pay per view. To where I was like, MJF is of course going to do stuff to try to retain the belt, like he always did.
Yeah.
Um, and he did just that. But the match I'm going to have to put in my top three instead of that would be the Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr. match at Wrestle Dream.
Okay.
Um, that was more of a technical. That's what I wanted to see out of Danielson. Not
Gotcha.
like he's never done that before. It was just like that's like if I were to show a Danielson match, that would probably be it to somebody.
Okay. What show was that
Um,
from?
Wrestle Dream.
Okay.
That was supposed to be like the dream matches, but then it was just that
Yeah.
one because that didn't happen at Forbidden Door.
Yeah. Because
But yeah,
Forbidden
then
Door was him and Okada, right?
yeah, but then
Okay.
last year it was supposed to happen, but then
Yes.
Claudio
Yeah.
took over.
Yeah,
So basically, that was supposed to be the match, but it was still great. I'm glad that we saw that. That was great technical wrestling. I'm a huge technical wrestling fan, so I that was just
that's a
my
go-to.
favorite
Yeah,
match. Yeah. So I love the Iron Man match. It was tough. You know what? I'm gonna put it to tie. The third tie and third was the Iron Man
that's
match,
why I
and
had to put two. I was like, I can't pick
yeah,
one.
it's tough to leave one out. If definitely top five if I were to include two more,
Yeah,
but definitely top five in that category. Um, I wanna start watching more TNA because we always record when TNA is happening.
that is very true, and
So
that's what
if
kind of
any,
fucks it up. Yeah,
yeah, so we kind of have to, watch it afterwards. Same thing with Ring of Honor. Like that's different because
yeah.
if you just got
Well,
the
Ring of
Honor
Honor is
Club,
easier because yeah, you just go on Honor Club.
yeah, so you catch
TNA,
up literally right
you
after.
gotta look for that shit.
Yeah, for
You gotta go
TNA, it's like
like
shit.
yeah, like I don't even know if that. I used to go to Watch Wrestling. I don't even know if that's still a website anymore.
I heard of that. I remember hearing about that.
Yeah,
I was like, watch wrestling.
Watch Wrestling. That's where I used to get the live streams from.
uh,
Allegedly.
yeah.
I gotta check it out.
uh, oh, your mic went out again. Oh yeah. So wait till he fixes that.
What the fuck?
I hear you.
I don't
You
hear you.
good? You don't hear me anymore?
What?
Yeah. So a lot of great wrestling happened in 2023. Now heading into 2024. I want to ask you a
Ooh.
couple of questions.
Oh, okay.
Um, what do you expect, like prediction wise, to happen in any wrestling company that you want to see happen in 2024? Like a certain person signing with a specific company, a certain person become champion, blah blah blah, something on those terms that you would want to see.
Um, One thing I want to see that I think we will see is Osprey versus Swerve for the belt.
Ooh,
I think we're gonna get that. I think sometime this year we're gonna get it.
all in.
Um, Probably, maybe, maybe. Well, depending on what happens at World's End, you know what I mean. Well, depending on
Yeah,
what happened, MJF trying to work us, saying he's not signed yet. Who knows? Then story with Cody, like I could see MJF in WWE. Same shit as saying water's wet. We all know he's a WWE guy. Like that,
yeah,
you could tell he's made for WWE. You could tell he's a WWE fan. Like he's like, oh yeah, I could see him here one day. Cody, shut the fuck up. Like my
yeah,
my grandmother could watch an episode and could tell me that he's gonna be in
yeah.
WWE soon. Like get the fuck out of here, bro.
Uh,
Um, will it happen? Who knows? But I think we're gonna get Osprey and Swerve this year sometime for the belt. Maybe at the end of the year. I don't know, but
yeah,
I think that's in the works. I think especially what happened yesterday, which I don't know if
yeah,
I said it a couple weeks ago. We could pull it up that I said how cool would it be if it was Mogul Embassy. Everybody was like, "Oh,
yeah.
bro, I'm
Who
telling you,
knows? Who knows?
that would be
The thing is
sick."
too, the thing is too with like the whole uh Continental Classic and that thing is like people
Mm-hmm.
are expecting him to win that because he's the favorite heading into it. But I don't think he's winning.
I don't know, man. I
Because the
really
thing is
don't know. And
though,
now they got the triple threat happening.
yeah, but the thing is like if people want him to be the world champion, why should he have to win the Triple Crown championship? The world championship is his next goal. Have him win that. So I think that Jay White or Moxley is winning, but they're gonna pin one or the other. And that's gonna protect Swerve.
Yeah,
Like technically he didn't get pinned, he didn't
yeah,
win it, but he didn't get pinned, so he's protected in a way. Um, so I think that's gonna happen. Then Jay White or Moxley is gonna go on to World's End to face the winner of the Blue League, and then eventually in 2024, I think Swerve's gonna win the title, the world title.
yeah.
Um, Maybe
He
it could happen
deserves
soon.
it, man. He deserves it.
Yeah,
Like
they set
he's
up the tease
really,
for it.
yo. Like I said, he changed my mind. Like
Yeah,
he sold me on it. Like now I'm like, yo, Swerve needs that belt. Like he's been building him, he's been doing such a great job,
Yeah,
and he deserves it. Like I say, he's been killing it. And I
he
think
has.
this
Yeah,
little introduction with him and MJF, um, was a little like sprinkled. Like, here we
yeah.
go. We're gonna start mapping it out. Um,
This is a
is he
little
the devil?
seeds that they're
Probably not.
planting. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I think the devil's gonna cost him the match next week, and that's when we could check him off and say he's not the devil.
Like
I think that's
Swerve.
what's yeah. I think that's what's gonna happen right before World's End. The devil's
No,
gonna
because the
call.
thing is, though, this is what we were talking about with the devil. It's like the devil did say we want the Ring of Honor tag team titles, right?
Yes.
So why would the devil want the tag titles if it's just one person? So I
Mm-hmm.
think that they're gonna actually send the two goons down and compete for it. We're not gonna know who they are. They're gonna be masked. They're probably gonna end up winning it. We still won't know who they are. Um, and then maybe we see the devil pop up. Like, oh shoot, the
Yeah.
devil wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
And maybe we do see Swerve cost him. Like it's not Swerve. The devil is not one of the guys that won the tag titles. Because people were complaining, why wouldn't the devil want the world heavyweight championship instead of the tag titles?
Nah.
You know what I
Cause
mean?
cause you
That's why I'm
know
thinking it's not the
we were
devil competing next week.
so nah. I don't think it's a devil compete, but that's what I'm saying. I think that triple threat match, the devil's gonna cost Swerve the match, so that we have somebody
Oh,
else to
okay,
cross
okay.
off the list and be like,
I
okay,
thought you
it's
meant the
not
tag title
Swerve.
match. Okay, never
No,
mind.
no, no, no. Join the triple threat match.
Okay,
But I
okay, makes
really,
sense.
I think the way they made it seem yesterday, I couldn't tell you where it's going.
Me neither.
They really
And
hit you
I
with a swerve. They really hit you with a swerve.
ah,
Cause then I was like, whoa, like, damn, why them? And then
yeah,
even Nana was like, yo, we didn't tell you about, we gotta fill you in about Collision. None of
yeah,
them were on Collision.
yeah,
The devil showed up, but there was nobody from the embassy was on Collision.
yeah. That is
So
true.
my thought is, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's Tony trying to build up Ring of Honor and having it be somebody from Ring of Honor. I don't know, man. I really don't.
You know what I think? I think that it's not one person that's playing the devil.
Yeah.
Like I don't. I think that it's multiple people because
Okay.
if you think about it, every time the devil, not every time, but sometimes when the devil shows up, people on social media, including myself, think that the devil is someone different every time. Like you had the
Oh,
first time that it
yeah.
appeared when they attacked Jay White. People were like, "Oh, they have a smaller body type. It's got to be Adam Cole, Britt
Yeah.
Baker, Jack Perry." Then the whole Wardlow thing when he came out and his hair was messed up, and then apparently the person under the mask had the same boots as Wardlow and he looked kind of bigger. So I was like, "Oh, now looks like Wardlow. It could be MJF because MJF started this whole devil thing last
Mm-hmm.
year." So there's a whole bunch of different reasons why it could be different people. And even with Jack Perry, where it's like, oh, they're using glass for every time they attack
Uh
somebody.
huh. Yeah.
So it's like there's different reasons for everybody. So what if it's not one person that's the devil?
So I
It's
I
everybody every time, purposely
so
to
I
confuse
kind
you.
of think I really think they're gonna swerve us. I really think they're gonna swerve us. Everybody thinks it. I don't think it's a wrestler.
Who do you think it's gonna be?
I think
Oh, you
it's
don't
gonna
know?
be
Yeah,
what's his name? Oh, man, who was with him? What's his name?
Bald guy.
The short
Um,
dude. Damn, now I gotta look up his name. Hold up, because his name escaped my mind. Hold on, I
I
gotta
know
look
it's
this up.
Malcolm Bivens in WWE.
Stokely,
Yeah. So, Sa- yeah,
right? Think
Hathaway,
about it.
Stokely
Isn't
Hathaway.
he's like he's in charge of Ring of Honor right now, right? Isn't he like a
Yeah,
manager or some shit? Yeah. So he's
I
doing
think he's like
that, right?
head of creative or something like that. Yeah,
But he also has an on-screen thing because I remember not too long ago him and Eddie Kingston. He was like, "Hey Kingston, I'm gonna make sure you lose that Ring of Honor title."
yeah,
So I think
yeah,
he's like a role on TV. I don't know. I don't keep up with Ring of Honor. I don't keep up with like the weekly TV. Like
yeah. I'm trying to.
I'll
I'm
watch
trying
clips
to.
of matches. Yeah, It's just we be recording that day, and then to go back to it, I'll be forgetting.
Yeah.
Like I got a lot, be working and shit. But I want to get into it. But it
I think it
seems
could
that
be because Stokely hasn't been on Ring of Honor television in quite some time, too.
uh huh,
I mean,
right.
not a lot of people probably don't know that because maybe not a lot of people will watch it. But
Hmm. So who helped MJF win the the ladder match?
Stokely,
Right.
yeah,
Who got left behind?
Stokely.
Who thinks MJF doesn't deserve what he has, and why does he want the same thing you brought up? Why doesn't he want the world title? Why does he want the Ring of Honor titles off of him so bad?
Because he's in Ring of Honor.
Right?
Yeah,
Why is the masking from the embassy?
yeah,
Where are those guys from? Most of them are in Ring of Honor.
exactly,
It
exactly.
just, and I kind of came up with that yesterday, and I was like, you know what? This would be crazy if they do that, because that's like so. What's the word? I don't know if it would be underwhelming, but again, it could be a group of people.
Exactly. We don't know
It
who
could
the
be a faction. It could be that Stokely is getting a group of guys together and creating a little faction. And that's
the
who's been
thing.
costing MJF his stuff. And I think it's gonna be him and MJF, him and Adam Cole that are working together.
I hope it's Adam Cole and the Kingdom that are his crew, and the reason why I
Yeah,
want them specifically be
I think it's gonna be Cole, Roderick, the Kingdom,
Kingdom.
Embassy, Stokely, like the
Ooh,
umbrella. Yes.
like he manages all of them. But I
Yeah,
think that
like
like
that's just a far fetched idea, but
yeah,
I
yeah,
think that would be good for Tony to do. Not like people are gonna be tight, no matter who it
yeah,
is. No matter who it is. If it's Adam Cole,
yeah,
people are gonna say, "Oh, you dragged it out too long." If it's Swerve, they're gonna be like, "You just brought him up 2 weeks ago. Why isn't it Adam Cole?" If it's like a new signing, like a Ziggler or something, oh, you gotta get a former WWE guy.
yeah,
Nobody's gonna be happy. No matter who it is, everybody's gonna complain about it. But if you do it this way, this also helps add something to Ring of Honor,
yeah,
right? Because now people are shitting on Ring of Honor. But it's like, yo, maybe they're trying to find their footing. I think if they do something like this, it would find a footing.
I think that everybody that we've mentioned, Wardlow, Jack Perry, the Kingdom, maybe the Embassy, are also all part of Malcolm
Imagine
Bivens'
it's
plan
just this big ass faction,
with all these
just
big names in it.
heels.
And the thing is too is like, what if like after next week those two guys in the masks win the tag titles, then they reveal themselves right after. But then obviously they're not the devil, so we still don't know who the devil is.
Devil is.
Yeah, so
But
it's
it's
like
gonna give you
oh
it'll
shit,
start speculations. Like
and
let's
it's
say it's
like
the kingdom.
yeah, so like I say that like for the tag team title match next week, it's going to be probably Wardlow and somebody else that we're not thinking of. So that way we know like oh shit, we can cross Wardlow off. He's not the devil. He's one of the
Yeah.
goons. So he can't be the devil. Then who the
Damn,
fuck's the devil now?
this is why this is so interesting to me, because there's so
Yeah,
many ways they
it
can
can go
go with it.
about.
Like,
Yeah,
but that's also scary. Like, it's scary what they're doing, but it's also scary what WWE does, because a lot, like WWE likes to back themselves up in a corner
yeah,
and then be like, "Fuck it, we just gotta piss everyone off."
yeah.
AEW's like, "Nah, we're gonna make it fucking." This shit is like, it's so wide open, but like that's also
Exactly.
scary because people are gonna be pissed with
Yeah,
whoever you pick.
exactly, exactly.
So
So
they could have
I'm
backed themselves into a corner with Adam Cole, and people would have still been mad. Either
ex-
way, people are gonna be pissed.
and yeah, exactly. It's like you can't please everybody. This is why like wrestling is cool. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it. If I don't, then it's
Yeah,
like oh, we'll see what
exactly.
happens then.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens. But I do find it intriguing. There's so much that could happen.
yeah.
And I think it's gonna be revealed at World's End.
And
So
that's why
that's what
there's
I'm
so
looking
much
for.
hype around this pay per view because it's
Yeah,
like, yo, we have to find out who the devil is before the new year.
yeah, yeah.
And is
Now
it
back to 2024. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what
facts.
we started off with.
But that's what's gonna happen in
Yeah.
2024. This whole
Oh
story is
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
unfold. This
yeah.
is just the start of it. Cause then we're gonna
Exactly.
have to find out why are you doing
Yeah.
this?
Why?
Like, who else do
Who
you
else?
have with you,
Yeah.
your crew? You know what I mean? Because I think if they do the review at World's End, I think we're just gonna get the devil,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
then slowly we're gonna get, oh, he was part of it.
Yeah.
He was part of it. She was part of it. You know what I mean? I think
Exactly. Yeah.
slowly
Yeah.
it's gonna. I don't know, man.
Like
It's giving me.
we might see the masked guys surrounding the ring. Then all we see is the devil unmasked, and then that's the end of the pay per view. We don't see
Yeah.
anything else. They don't say anything. If we get the reveal, cut fade to black, and that's social media's gonna be talking the entire night. Like, oh shit. Now we gotta
And
wait till Wednesday to find
and
out.
it's either gonna be good or bad. But guess
Exactly.
what? People are gonna be talking.
I feel like it's gonna get mixed reactions out of it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna
That's
get
what I'm
mixed
saying. No
reactions.
matter who you
Yeah.
have.
It's gonna
Because
be a problem.
I've thought about this with every single person that
Yeah.
could have been the devil. Like I said, Adam Cole, they're gonna say you're dragging it out too long. If it's Perry, they're
Mhm.
gonna be like, "Oh, he's not believable as a heel." Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say Punk never went to WWE. If it was Punk, oh, why would you make it Punk? Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
You, it could be God Himself. People are gonna be mad about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
AEW gotta look at it as any publicity is good publicity right now.
I guess so. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because
That is true.
it's gonna have people talking, right? Whether it's a good person or they don't like it, they're gonna tune in on Wednesday to see why it's this person.
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna
That is
give us
true.
the why that night. They're gonna give us the
Exactly.
person. Then they're gonna
Yeah,
make
the
us
who.
tune in to find out why.
We're gonna get the who and the what, but we're not gonna get the why till Wednesday
Yeah.
and
Who knows
how.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
They might push that shit to collision.
Exactly. Who knows? Yeah. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
But let me ask you this now, kind of drifting off topic.
Mm.
Either because you did mention the released guys that happened today, that start as of today, the 21st of December, they're now all free to go anywhere that they want. They can
Yes.
sign anywhere they want,
So
do
smooth.
anything they want. Either any of those guys or an up and coming star, who do you think is going to have a breakout year in 2024?
So I already know Ali is about to kill it on these
Yeah,
NXTs.
that video he posted today,
The
holy
the
shit.
video he posted, the matches that were announced, the companies he's working for.
Yeah. The
He's gonna
people
do
he
great.
even he the people he even mentioned in that video, like Osprey, Swerve, Ricky
Yup, you
Starks,
saw that, right?
Mike
Yup.
Bailey. Yeah, Jesus Christ! Imagine those matches happening in 2024.
He's got a
Holy
list,
shit!
bro. He's got a list, and I'm down with it. I'm so
Me
down with
too.
that. And the video sold me so well that it was one of those things I was like, damn, like they just could never find anything that could work for him. Like if they would have did that instead of the fucking retribution shit, wow, I would have been behind it. You know what I mean? Like if he
Yeah,
would have cut that kind of promo and they would have did that, wow, that storyline could have turned out so much different.
yeah, I would agree.
But
I-
I think he's gonna kill it. I think another one I think is gonna kill it this year. I think is Riddle.
yeah,
So
he's gonna have
Riddle,
like a revenge tour too, probably.
yeah, like they already announced he's going to MLW, but he's also in talks with the PFL for MMA. So
Yes,
it's like, are we gonna see Riddle doing both? And I
that
think
would
that
be
just,
that'd be cool to see.
I mean, he's the one that called out Jake Paul. He said, "I'll be Jake Paul's fight," and Jake Paul said, "No, I've seen what you've done. No, thank you." But
Yeah.
I think he's gonna kill it. Ali's gonna kill it. Um, right now, that's all I got off the top of my head. How about you?
So this is gonna be an underrated one,
Okay.
and I kind of fuck with them heavily. But I got the team of two teams, two tag teams. But one of them wasn't really part of this list, but it was Grizzly Young Veterans. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
I think the
They've already
veterans,
been doing it there. Yeah.
Yeah, so they kind of got a head start compared to everyone else, but I think they could sign. I think the Grizzly Young Veterans should sign with TNA,
Yup.
amp up their tag team division, and maybe we could see them become a legit tag. I mean, they already are a legit tag team, but
Yeah.
become revive
I know
themselves a
what you
little bit
mean.
from
Yeah.
after their NXT run. But I do think they should sign with them. Another team who was a part of that release from WWE like 3 months ago. Mansoor and Mace,
Yeah.
low key. Like I was thinking about it. I don't know
Not
if you
even low
saw.
key because their promo that they did with the first video when they got released was amazing.
That's insane. I was gonna say. I was gonna ask if you saw that. That what they were supposed to have their characters changed to.
Yes.
Um, because that was sick. That was that. I'm tight that they got released because of that. And I don't know if they're gonna keep a character or just be themselves. I don't know what they're gonna be doing because it seems like what they've so far in their little run that they've had that they've just been themselves. You
Yeah.
know.
That's what it looks
So
like.
yeah, and I hope they get signed to a televised company so that way they're given the chance to be creative with themselves and have a great character in a tag team.
Yeah.
Because they could be entertaining, they could be legit, they could be serious, they could be goofy, they could be comedic. Who
Definitely.
knows? They could do anything, and we've seen it from that video. And it's like, oh shit. Um, they
I
drifted
think they
away
would be
from
a.
being.
I think they would be a great pickup for TNA.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I think they should be great for
TNA is
TNA.
gonna be the new land of opportunity.
Yeah,
That's just
they've
gonna be
always been
like,
that way.
yeah.
They've always
But
been like that.
I think now with the new rebrand, it's got a couple more people looking at it. You know what I mean? Than when it was just Impact. I think they've got a couple eyes here and there when they were doing big stuff, like especially when they were doing stuff with AEW, they had eyes on them. But I feel like ever
Yeah,
since then, the eyes have been taken off, and I think this with this new rebrand is gonna bring a lot more people checking it out again. So I think if they start just kicking it off with a brand new roster, like of course with the guys you have now that you already have
yeah.
signed, but you like just add a little to that, TNA is
Who
gonna
do
be
you
scary, man.
who do you think uh is it that big TNA signing that they're gonna reveal at Hard to Kill?
I don't know, man. I kind of feel like it's gotta be like a Ziggler or somebody.
Mm,
Um, I don't think it's Okada.
yeah, because
I
they
would
already announced
love,
him.
I would love for it to be Okada because I
Yeah,
think Okada. So Okada, I think will get lost in WWE and AEW. I think if he goes to TNA wrestling, they'll appreciate him more. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because what happens is in WWE, he's gonna come in, right? He has
yeah.
all this hype behind him, all this praise. He's awesome in the ring. But what's with WWE? What's the number one thing?
WrestleMania.
Storyline. Yeah, like
Yeah,
storyline,
yeah.
right?
So yeah,
That's the number one thing. Is English isn't the best. Yeah,
yeah.
it works for Nakamura. It works now. When Nakamura was a babyface, that shit did not work. Now it
No,
works because he's a villain. And it's like, oh, I don't even know what you saying, homie.
but it
I don't
sounds
know what you.
tough. Yeah,
Yeah, like what
it
you
sounds.
saying?
Yeah.
So like, and but
Like I'm
when
not.
he
I'm
was a
not even reading his subtitles. I'm like, yeah, you talk your
yeah,
shit. I don't even know what you're saying.
but like when he was a babyface and like I give it to him trying to
Yeah,
speak English, good for him. But I think he'll get lost because they won't appreciate him. They have Roman, they have Cody, they have all these names that they're like, Okada's just another name. Same
yeah,
way with AEW. There's Brian. There's now Osprey. There's MJF. There's
yeah,
Christian. I'm gonna put him up there. Yeah. And then
yeah.
Okada. He's just another name. TNA Wrestling signs Okada. Do you know what that does for TNA Wrestling? And also, they get
Yeah,
to appreciate him in his purest form because it's like there's no one else to compare him to.
yeah.
And
I
now, since you have a big name, you have that big name to help build new names.
I I I get how like Okada would be a great signing, and I do agree that he should sign with TNA. But for specifically for the big signing that they announced, I don't think it's going to be them because if they wanted to sign Okada, they would have just not announced him prior to that. But who I think it is, I think it's going to be Mercedes Monet. I don't.
Ooh,
I think it's going to be her because Trinity's already there. She's
to be
probably talked,
honest, that'd be
good about
crazy.
the company.
Yeah,
It'll be great to see both of them back in the same company, working with or against each other. It'll give Mercedes Monet a great another great refresh. She's been out for most of this year,
yeah,
so I know she's been in talks with WWE with about getting a lot of money from them, and I get it if she signs with them, but I don't think TNA should let Mercedes Monet slip out of their hands. They should
no.
immediately go for him, offer the most they can get, and then maybe Trinity can convince her to go over there. I don't know, but I think that should be the big signing for TNA for Hard to Kill.
That I'm not mad at that. That would be an amazing signing for them. I even forgot about her, to be honest.
It's a great signing for them. It's like shit. Like you got two great women. You pretty
Yeah,
much. You also have Deanna Perrazzo, who's going to be a free agent in 2024 too.
they need to sign her.
They need to re-sign her
They
too.
need to keep her. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be a big loss because I don't see her going to. I could see her going to AEW more than WWE. Um, but I still don't think she should
yeah.
go to AEW. Not just yet.
Nah, I think she
Um,
should just stay in TNA, man.
yeah,
In
that's a big
TNA,
loss for them. She's been
yeah,
the face. She doesn't have to be in the title picture the entire time. I get it. She probably wants to do more and branch out and like continue to build her self up. But
yeah.
like, you already lost the chance to sign Punk and Osprey. You have the chance to sign Okada, Monet, and if you
Well,
lose Deanna Purrazzo,
I still
then
don't think it was a loss
I
with.
mean, I'm
I
not
think
saying like it's. I'm
I
not
think
saying it's like
with
it's bad for
Punk.
Punk and
So
Osprey.
I think Punk was gonna sign with them until WWE showed interest.
Yeah,
And then that nigga, he was like, "Yeah, we going to WWE." Which,
I'm not
okay,
saying that like it was a bad thing for Punk and Osprey to sign elsewhere. It was just a loss for TNA to be like you had these two stars in the palm of your hands, then it just
yeah, but
slipped away.
then again, I don't know if it was in the palm of their hands. I think Osprey's
Osprey
always
was
had. I think Osprey. Nah, I think Osprey always had the eye for AEW. I think he always
maybe,
had the eye for AEW. For a while I thought it was WWE. For a while I thought it was WWE. Then I was like, nah, he's guys on AEW. Like just look at the way he's having matches with these guys and he's always upping them up. And it's like, yeah,
yeah,
he's gonna sign with AEW. So it was surprising that he did because I was like, the way WWE throws money at people, he might just leave. You know what I mean? And I think
yeah,
that's what happened with Punk. They just threw the bag at him. Notice all these journalists and everybody got all
yeah,
these scoops and all this other shit. We haven't heard the contract of CM Punk
yeah,
because they have that shit undercover because they know they had to give him the bag. Like, come on, it's Punk.
yeah,
Um, so I think they just lost that bid for Punk.
yeah. That is
I
true.
think that's what they did, and they were like, I think Punk gave them the chance. And I think they said, nah, go. I would have let him walk too, because I could only
Yeah,
imagine the money WWE is paying him. You know
probably.
what I
Yeah,
mean? And
yeah,
also, he probably has demands and was like, you know what? Go. We'll be all right. We'll figure it
yeah,
out. We'll figure it out. And then Osprey, I think, just wasn't. I think Osprey was just using them as a platform in the U.S. You know what I
yeah. I
mean?
mean,
And I think they were okay with that because they're still open to work with them.
yeah, maybe. I just thought that
Because
that would have been the
I think Tony's given him a lot of freedom. He also threw the bag at Osprey, but I think he's giving him freedom. Because Osprey
I
already said
just
like he
yeah.
has the okay to go to New Japan. I wonder, does he have the okay to go to TNA? You never know.
That's the thing, because like Osprey's always said that he's always wanted. Like he grew up. That's how he got into wrestling was TNA.
Yeah,
So I thought that would have been the dream comedy to do so. But I get how AEW has obviously the more star power. Um, that's probably where he wanted to go. That best fits him.
and a
But it's
better
like,
deal. He doesn't
yeah,
have to live in the U.S. He is on a part time contract, and as fans, we gotta be
Exactly.
okay with that. Like that's what it
Yeah.
is. It's
Basically,
just
yeah.
how it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Cause
who
I
else do you think go on, finish please.
no. What were you gonna say?
Like who else like besides the releases do you think will have a better 2020 like who would definitely
Like on
succeed
the
in 2024
indie scene.
or anybody who's up and coming in either
Okay.
company?
So
Like a breakout star of 2024 that many people are probably not going to expect to happen.
oh, um, on AEW side, I definitely think it's Garcia.
Oh, yeah, good
He's
pick,
already
good pick.
starting. He's already starting. I think, um, especially the match that he just had this past week with Kingston. I think 2024 is gonna be nice to him. I think we're gonna see a good 2024 from Garcia. WWE, mm, I would love for them to care more about Solo and not just have him as Roman Reigns' lackey. I would
Yeah,
actually like them to do something with him, not just have him fight Roman's battles while he's at home chilling. Put him in a title picture. You know what I mean? Why why not build him up and have him take the belt off of Gunther? You know what I mean? Like at
yeah,
like a Mania or something. Do something with him. Do something that doesn't have to include Roman.
yeah. That is true.
Um, who else? There's a lot of people in WWE. Carmelo Hayes got officially got to come up and like, come on,
I
finally
think
gets
it's
in
his
there.
time.
Like, finally, bro. Like I've been saying this since Dallas.
Yeah,
He should have been on the main roster.
I
I
think
get
that.
it. He probably wants to stay there. It's part of a Gargano situation where he's like, I don't want to go anywhere. And now he has Shawn Michaels to back him up, and Shawn's like, you're not taking him. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
that is
probably
true.
like that. Like back then, it was more Gargano telling Triple H, like, I don't want to go to the main roster. I think now it's Carmelo, like, yo, Shawn, tell your boy leave me here. Don't violate. I'm having a
Yeah,
good time. But it's like, bro, you're so you're how do I say it without being like an asshole? Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna say you're above everybody in NXT, right? You
yeah,
gotta get out of there, bro. It's kind of like the 21-year-old that still goes to his high school football games or some shit.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
I
It's
get
like,
it.
yo, what are you doing here? Get the fuck out!
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, yeah. Get it out.
get out of here! Get
Yeah,
out of here! So that's
he's
how I
been there
look at
for four
Carmelo.
years.
Yeah, he's just chilling there. And
Yeah,
it's like, damn, like it's cool because it's still you like doing storylines and stuff, but it's like, bro, come on, like we could be doing so much
yeah.
more on the main roster
That's why I
if
kind
they
of
have
don't.
something for him, you know?
That's what I kind of don't. That's what I kind of don't like about NXT now is that they're taking forever to call just one person up.
Yeah,
It's like Braun Baker been ready for like at least a year now. Carmelo Hayes been ready for about like 2 years now.
yeah.
The fact that they're keeping them down there for this long, doing
But
God knows what.
so I think it's because they have no star power. They they're so what happens is now WWE is not rating the indie scene. They are
Building up
just
do
signing
gods.
people out of
Yeah,
college. Yeah. Which is a good way to go. There now there's the two different options, right? There's the WWE system where you come in through a college student, da 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 da. Then there's the indie system, which is the AEW system, which you go on
yeah,
the indies, you build a name for yourself, and AEW gives you a shot at a Rampage or a Dynamite. You know what I mean? Like or a Ring of Honor match. Boom, there you go.
yeah,
And then as you grow, they'll sign you when you're already good in AEW. They'll sign an
yeah,
MJF. They'll sign, you know what I mean? Like they'll take you. All right, cool. We don't gotta train you. But that's what's wrong with NXT right now. There's no star power. There's no like if you look back at the time, it was like, all right, Sammy can leave because Kevin Owens is here. Kevin can leave because Samoa Joe showed up. Samoa Joe can leave because Finn is here. Finn can
yeah,
leave because Bobby Roode's here. Bobby Roode can leave because Drew's here. Drew can leave
yeah,
because Adam
yeah,
Cole. You know what I mean? It
yeah,
just kept
yeah,
like
yeah.
going. There's none of that now. So it's like now
Exactly.
these
Yeah,
guys are gonna sit there for maybe 3 years because there's no one else to make stars except them
yeah.
because they're already
I
a
just
star And it's like I can't leave until I make a couple more stars. The same thing they're doing with Carmelo with Trick.
Yeah, they're waiting till Trick gets ready to be like,
Like
oh
Trick
shit,
is
because that
over, but Trick isn't. Trick is over with the fans. Um, like his personality wise,
yeah,
wrestling
I
wise,
guess
they don't give a fuck. But with Carmelo's help, people are gonna start caring about his wrestling. You know what I mean? Like it's little stuff like that. Same thing with Breakers. Like that's what he's doing. So it's like we're gonna have to see these guys for like 3 years down there. No more like 9 months and you called up.
yeah, that's what it used to be. NXT was
Yeah,
like, once you're ready, go to the main roster. No title
yeah,
run, cool. Just go straight to the main roster. You're ready.
yeah,
You proved to us that you're ready. But the thing is with Carmelo Hayes specifically, I think that I think he should get called up no later than the draft next year, whenever it happens right after Mania. Because I get it, they're doing their stuff with Trick right now.
yeah,
They probably got to finish that story, and then yeah, maybe Mania season isn't the
yeah.
best
You
time
gotta
to
have
call
that
someone
match
up.
at Mania system at the
Yeah,
Mania takeover.
show
Well, not takeover. The what they
premium
call
live
it
event,
now?
PLEs, just
PLE. Yeah, the
yeah.
NXT PLE. Um,
They're probably gonna wait till that
yeah,
premium live event that
and then
happens
he'll take
there,
the
and
L
then
from Trick, and then get called
boom.
up finally.
That's how it should happen because if they're waiting till after fucking the draft to keep him down there for another fucking year, I'm gonna lose my mind. I don't know how Carmelo Hayes isn't losing his mind because I get it. I can understand your point. Like maybe he's doing that thing to where he
He
wants to
might
be in
be
NXT.
comfortable. Yeah, he might be
Yeah,
like, yo, I'm chilling. Like, I don't gotta be on the road like that. In Orlando chilling. We do house shows here and there. We travel for big pay per views, but not really. I'm chilling. You know what
yeah,
I mean? He might just be like, I'm kicking it here. I'm with my son HBK. Is he looking at me?
yeah,
Is he looking over there? I don't know, but we chilling.
yeah, yeah. That is true.
But yeah, he definitely deserves. Not that he should. He deserves to be called up.
He
But if
definitely
he
does.
doesn't want to, leave him there, man. He still puts on a great show. He still maybe that's how you treat it. Maybe Carmelo's the first brand guy.
Yeah, because the thing
We
was
never had a
NXT.
brand guy that never left NXT,
Yeah, yeah, that is
which is
true.
crazy.
Because I was thinking about it like recently. Like they've had a lot of you know the point of it, obviously, that you said before, like they're signing a lot of college guys,
Yeah,
train them to become WWE originals, which a lot of them are, and a lot of the indie guys that they've signed are WWE going, I guess you could say. But you also
yeah,
think about it, most of the people down there are wrestlers. We're are wrestlers now, but we're wrestlers before WWE. So their ratio
yeah.
between wrestlers and college people, in the wrestlers, they have a higher
It's like
percentage that way.
yeah, but they
Because I
are
guess they
like
want
signing a
like
lot of people out of college though. They are just raiding
yeah,
the NCAA and just saying, "Yo, taking all the best athletes."
yeah. But I guess like they're doing that so they can have an equal balance of like wrestlers, so they can help them in the
Yeah,
ring. I
but it's also
guess
creating new stars that you
in the
don't know them
process.
from anywhere else but
Yeah,
WWE.
exactly.
Look at
Ex-
Maven. Maven was like the first like like really homegrown
Yeah, yeah,
talent. Like homie, I think never did the Indies. I don't know if he did the Indies, but he went straight on Tough Enough, won,
yeah.
and then eliminated Undertaker in the Royal
Undertaker.
Rumble.
Yeah, yeah. That's insane.
And we were all like, "Yeah, that's the dude from MTV." Like
Yeah, yeah. That is true. That
he
is
was
true.
like the first homegrown talent. That's crazy to think
Exactly.
about because everybody else came from somewhere
Elsewhere.
else. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That was the whole thing. And it's like,
yeah.
yeah, so I guess you could say it that way. Yeah,
Which
that is
is
true.
which is wild to think about the difference between how it was back in the day and how it is now.
Because they're
Like
doing this
Tony
a lot more.
Khan, like Tony Khan right now, right, with all the rest of the indies are like just like, yeah, let me bring your
Yeah,
top guys in. Let's bring in let's bring in a Gringo Loco. Let's from GCW. You know what I mean? Let's
yeah,
bring in this guy from AAA. Let's bring in this guy from CMLL. Vince was just out here buying territories and like,
Exactly.
I got your roster.
Yeah.
You want to talk about
Yeah.
125 guys on the roster? Homie was buying territories and putting everybody
Exactly.
in one bubble. And I was like, damn, Vince, you wildin'. So it's like, it's crazy how it's such a difference. Like, he just went in and
Yeah.
conquered. It was just like, and Tony's like, nah, just come through with my show. You can
Just
still
come
do your
through.
show.
Yeah.
Just come through.
Yeah.
It's fucking
That is cool.
crazy, bro.
Yeah. I think that Chris Statlander is gonna have a better 2024 than this year because yeah, she had a great title run as TBS champion. But like I said, I think I said this a while back. I think she should have a chance to go up against whoever the women's championship champion is at some point and win that title.
Yeah.
I feel like Jamie Hayter is probably gonna get that first shot and win it back. So she technically didn't lose it, but I
Yeah.
feel like Statlander deserves a chance to win it at some point in
Oh, definitely.
2024
Yeah.
down the road. Um,
I could see
at
her. So I could see her like at All Out winning it.
yeah, probably yeah.
Cause like
So I
I see
think
like Jamie coming back, taking it. She has to have that one defense in London. You know what I mean? The
yeah,
UK. You gotta have her defend it there, and have her win it. Um, or you turn in Chris Statlander superhero, just let her beat her in the UK, which is crazy. But you could let her defend it there, beat whoever she beats, and then lose that All Out to Chris. I think this is gonna be the year that Chris
breaks out.
she yeah, she's gonna prove that she deserves either a, a extension on her contract or
Yeah,
a contract from elsewhere.
I feel like she can have that swerve moment to where it's like everyone's behind her every time that her music hits. Everyone's like cheering for her,
Bro,
booing for her.
so she
Um,
it was tough because she had that, bro.
she
She
did.
had that, and then she got injured and it, like, killed her whole vibe. Cause I was there, the Vegas show where Ruby Soho pinned her. I remember when Chris came out, the place exploded. I was like,
Yeah,
whoa. This was on Rampage too. I was like,
yeah,
oh shit. Like, they gotta give it to Chris, right? We gotta get the two homegrown talents. We gotta get Britt Baker
yeah.
and Chris Statlander. Like, it gotta happen. They gave it to
But
Ruby.
the thing
Do
is
you
too,
remember the
Jamie.
way that place booed?
Yeah,
Everyone was behind her, bro. Everyone wanted to see her win. And then she got injured and lost the steam. I think this is the year she builds it back up, though.
exactly. And Jamie Hayter was also someone like that. I feel like when she
Yeah.
returns, she's gonna get that steam back immediately because she's been out for so long, and it's like they're gonna be happy to see her back. That's why I think they're gonna give her the title, like not immediately, but like Statlander did. But I feel they're gonna give her a few for the next pay per view and she'll be the one to take the title off of Storm.
Yeah.
Um,
I can see
down the
that.
line whenever that happens. But again, I don't know how long Hayter's gonna be out for. I don't know what the injury was or how long she was told, but she could definitely do that, and then maybe, like I said, down the line, Statlander somehow beats her for it. But I also could see, Britt Baker going for her. I think that's going to be her first
Yeah,
feud.
where's Britt, man?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think.
think that's who she's gonna beat. I think that's gonna be the all-in match.
Yeah, probably.
Britt and
That's
Jamie
yeah.
has to be,
So that
has
way,
to be.
Britt puts her over, and then Britt could do her own thing on the side, and then
Hmm.
Statlander does the all out thing.
Yeah,
So maybe
because then
that's it.
after that, you could have Britt and Stat. That's cool. I'm down with that.
Yeah,
Get Jamie out the
yeah,
picture for a little bit.
yeah,
I don't know, man. This year looks like it's gonna be exciting.
yeah.
There's so many
Who?
possibilities. People like people could sign other places. People could, you know what I mean, get released in a snap. Like, I saw some report that was saying WWE's giving out they're like re-signing people right now, but signing them for like big contracts. And it's like, I hate when they do that because those are always the first people to go when they start releasing people. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? When they gotta make the budget cuts, and it's like, why not give them an okay contract for like 2 years and just re up every year?
yeah.
But whatever.
Let me
I'm
ask you
just
this.
it gets me a little nervous, man. What's up?
predict this. Who do you think is going to be? Not I'm not gonna say every champion, but
Champion
the
at this time next year.
yeah, for the world. This is the world champions only. World champion for men and women.
So
Who do you
I
think is gonna have?
think so I think for AEW it's gonna be Swerve.
Mm, okay.
I think it's gonna be Swerve. I think it's yeah. I think because I think they're not gonna jump into it till the summer. You know
Okay.
what I
Yeah.
mean? I think
Probably.
he's
Yeah.
not gonna be in the title picture till the summer because they gotta let all the devil shit die down.
Yeah.
If he's not the devil, if he's the devil, it's a
Yeah.
different story.
Yeah.
But if he's not the devil, they gotta let all of that die down before he gets into the title picture. Um, so I could see him ending the year as champion. For WWE, I don't know,
It's tough,
man.
right?
I kind of you put the ones up because it could be Roman. Who knows?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be that guy. Roman is gonna be the champion at this time next year.
What about the world champion?
Oh my god, fuck
Seth
about
title.
that belt. No one gives a fuck. Nah. It's fuck. I'm gonna say either Gunther or Priest,
I was gonna say
but
Priest for that.
but leaning towards more Gunther because remember they have that Berlin show in
That
September.
is true. I was
Mm-hmm.
gonna say
Yep.
he's gonna be the one to beat Roman
Who
at
Gunther?
Bash at Berlin. Yeah,
That'd be, you know how crazy that would be,
that would
and
be
I'm so
insane.
down with that. I'm so down with that.
And then I'm gonna say Priest for the world title because I think he's gonna cash in. And he's probably gonna have a lengthy title. Either Priest or Finn.
Okay.
Priest or Finn. I don't see Cody holding a title. I hate to say it, but I don't see him
I
holding a title
I
next
I
year.
could I could see him holding it. I don't see him holding it for a while. Like I don't
What
see him
if
holding it for a long time. I think he'll
what if
hold. I think he'll hold it for a max 4 or 5 months.
I was gonna say like what if Cody's the one that Damian cashes in on, and then that's how he loses it. It's like shit. We didn't get to see a long title reign, but I guess you can say he finished the story.
Yeah,
Technically, he
though
did,
that
but it's like
it worked their way around it. He finished the story,
story.
but
Yeah,
we
yeah,
got you. He held the title.
yeah. Exactly.
You gotta
Get
be
got what you
happy. We
wanted.
gave you what you wanted, even
Exactly.
though it was
So
for 2 minutes when he celebrated and then Priest
yeah.
cashes in on him. What a way that would be to end Mania.
Ooh, anything to be honest. If it
Like think
happened like the
about it.
next night,
Think like how it would just build sympathy for Cody though. Because let's say Cody goes on to fight Roman, which he probably will, sadly. Um not that he's not gonna have a good match. It's just 2 years in a row is crazy. I also
yeah,
think there's other people that deserve that spot. Um like a Gunther. You know what I mean? That's been fucking
yeah,
killing it. And then there's guys that just also just thrown in that could take spots. You know what I mean? So I think Gunther deserves that. But I think it's gonna
yeah.
be Cody and Roman again. I think Cody's. Let's say Cody beats Roman. The
Ooh,
place goes crazy. Ah, Cody's holding the belt. Oh my God, it's Cody.
yeah,
You see Rhea just on the rope, like he's like, "What?" And Priest just comes from behind
yeah.
and cashes
All
in on him,
every Judgment Day
and
member
they're
comes
just
out.
surrounding the ring,
Yeah,
and he just cashes in and beats Cody, and we end Mania with him and Judgment Day on the stage, and
yeah.
Cody's in the ring holding his ribs. That's gonna
Damn.
build sympathy for Cody. I think that's a good way. If you're gonna have Cody beat Roman, you gotta do it like that because Cody. How can I say this nicely? Cody's not a good champion. We've seen that
Ooh,
in Ring of Honor. He's a good chaser. There's a lot of people that are better chasing the belt than champions.
yeah, yeah. I remember
Um,
you saying that once too.
There's a lot of people out there that you're like, oh, well, I can't wait for them to get the belt, and then they get the belt. You're like, what kind of fucking title reign is this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, it's one of those like I'm trying to think of somebody like off the top of my head that like the chase was better. Um,
Maybe like a McIntyre, I guess.
you could say McIntyre.
Yeah.
You could say that about like Randy's first title run when he
Yeah.
with Evolution. That was like, oh, I can't wait for him to. Oh my god, they gave him the belt, and then he's like also fucking still brand new and
Yeah.
not that
Yeah.
experienced. You know what I mean? So it's like
I get
a
it.
lot of people are just better at chasing the belt. I can't think of like because like yo, I talk about this all the time, and for right now, I can't even have somebody pop into my head right now while I'm trying to give you an example. But there's a
Yeah.
lot of people
And
that are
yeah.
better than chasers than holding the championship belt. We've seen it in the past. I think that's the same thing with Cody. I think he proved that in Ring of Honor when he was champion. It was like ah, but again, it was Ring of Honor. So I think if you're gonna give Cody the belt, you give him that moment and you take it away from him.
Yeah. That'd be
You let
insane.
him have his moment. You have your moment. You're the champion. Also, Cody doesn't need the fucking belt. This is what I'm trying to tell everybody that's like, he's got to finish the story. He doesn't fucking need it. He's a star without the belt. So, if he beats Roman, cool. If he gets cashed in on, even better. Because he's a better chaser. Because having
Yeah.
him flaunt around with a belt is like, no thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You thought people were getting tired of Cody now. Wait till he's got a promo every week with the belt on, and he's talking about the same shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
I
just
get
think
it.
he's a great chaser. You even with the TNT title, you saw that he's a great chaser. It's just when he gets the title, it's like, think about it, him and Brody. Think about
Yeah.
that chase he had, and then he won it, and it was like, what he did after that. Ah. Or everybody he fought, it's kind of like Rollins right now. Rollins is a better chaser than a champion. That's a good example. That's a good example. Him chasing for the belt is way better than his title reigns. I don't
Yeah.
think I've seen one of Seth's title reigns and been like, "Wow, this is one of the best I've ever seen." Even this one, you've been rooting for everyone he faces. Think about it.
Yeah.
We said Finn should win it. Ah, oh, fuck. He didn't win it. Nakamura should win it. Ah, oh, fuck. You know what? Drew should win it. Fuck it. Give it to Drew. Ah, fuck. No. Like, you kept going for the other person. Because he's
Yeah.
a better chase. He's not a good champion. Like, think about the chase that he had trying to beat Roman and then coming on the Shield. Out. You know what I mean? Like, he's just a better chaser. He's just one of those guys. And I think
Yeah.
Cody's up there with him. So I think if you do give him the title, that's a perfect way to take it off of him. Priest.
Yeah. Really.
Fuck it.
Literally.
And
Yeah.
then that's the new then you open the door for all these new guys to get the title. Cause now Roman doesn't have the belt and Cody finished the story. He doesn't need the belt. That's just my opinion though. You give
Yeah.
it to him just to make everybody happy, take it away from him because he don't need it.
That is true. That is true. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Might as well. I mean, I get it. It's like fucking just give it. Cody just is there to be there. You know what I mean? I
He's
think
there to be there, yeah.
that's how I would say. And
That's
I
why I
get
always
it.
said like he doesn't need like everybody's like, oh, he needs to finish the story at Mania. He could finish that shit at SummerSlam. I'll be just fine with that.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
fine with him finishing it anywhere. It's just WrestleMania is a crazy
No.
place to do it.
Yeah.
But
I
if you
agree with that.
do it, you should do it like that with Priest cashing in. And you'd be like,
I
oh
think it
man,
should. That'll be a great.
Cody, man, oh man, I feel bad. You see, and then you build sympathy for him.
Yeah. I agree with that. But yeah, I guess we could.
Look at our little predictions of the new
Yeah.
year. Hopefully, one of them come true.
I feel like we do this every year, to where it's like we say something and it's like, fuck. I guess that didn't happen. I guess I don't know.
I mean, like for the
Um.
past 3 years, we've been saying Dom to turn on Ray. It finally happened.
Yeah. That took
Took a
fucking
while,
two
but
years. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm
but I
gonna
guess it
just keep
happened.
saying Swerve is gonna win the title till he does it. Every year I'm gonna say it. Swerve is gonna
He
win
definitely
this year.
will. Swerve
Yeah,
Swerve will definitely win the title in 2024. I feel like Tony
yeah.
Khan,
Or
um, he
at the beginning of 25,
yeah, because I think Tony
depending.
Khan understands the fact that like when his superstars are hot, he'll book them well.
Yeah,
So I think, and obviously he'll book them in the right way. He's not gonna just throw the belt on them immediately. He's gonna do it in a way to where he'll finish his devil story with MJF, and
yeah,
maybe like a double or nothing. You see the match between MJF and Swerve. Like I said, last night, this past Wednesday, they were planting the seeds a little bit. That's just a taste for now. It's not gonna happen
yup,
soon, but whatever it happens, I think it's going to be the best time. The moment's going to be worth it. And then we're going to see Swerve that's new champion 2024. I don't
yeah.
know. That's just
Yo,
things going
shout
to
out
happen in
that
Puerto.
promo too. You do tryouts. I signed
I do.
contracts. That was
Yeah.
crazy. So that was so hard. What a line. That was so hard.
Yeah. That is true.
But yeah, it's gonna be an exciting year. It was an exciting year. It's gonna be an exciting year.
Yeah. So I guess we could just wrap it up there. This is episode 144 of the Ring Fanatics podcast. Again, I'm Nick, your host. With me is my boy Joel, and we'll see you
Yo,
guys next episode.
catch you.